Hey, my little scav sluts, Rumplenutskin here, coming at you with a AS Val VSS build video. How you should build them, what you should avoid, when you should use them, that sort of good thing. Let's get into it. So first of all, before I started building these things, before I started playing around with them, I didn't realize the price difference in what you get for the two different guns. I always thought the Val would have superior stats and all ergonomics, recoil, all that good stuff because it's so much more expensive. But after looking at it, the VSS is a pretty good competitor for a lot cheaper, so to speak. If we're looking at the max recoil builds, you can get down the Val to 37 and the VSS down to 38. The price difference between the two is about 35,000 rubles. You'll be losing 3 ergo, but gain 1 recoil for that 35,000. There's a big difference though in the ergo builds. Let me pull that up next. So with the recoil build, you saw there's really not that much you can do to either of them. The stock on the Val is actually the best recoil stock, but a little different story for ergo. You of course need the TOS mount for both. We're going to throw in the shift for the max ergo. You can get the VSS up to 63 ergo and the Val up to 72. The price difference though is quite larger between these two different builds. You're looking at a 63,000 ruble difference. A maxed out Ergo Val is going to give you 9 more ergonomics than the VSS, but you're going to lose 6 recoil. 63k, it's nothing to sneeze at, but if you're rich, I guess it doesn't really matter. Every now and then I'll kill low level players that are running the Val, and I'll see this little 10 round mag. We call this the poverty mag. You should never use this. Next, you have the 20 rounder, which is slightly less poverty, but still, don't fucking use it. The only one you should be using is the 30 round mag. You can sneeze with these guns and you're gonna fucking empty half the clip. So 20 rounders ain't gonna cut it. 30 is your only viable option. If you can't afford the 21,000 mag and you need at least 4 to 5 of them, I imagine, don't use this gun. It's not for you. All right, up next, let's look at the ammo. SP5, throw it out the window. You ain't gonna use that. 35 pin for this kind of gun, the money you're spending on it ain't worth it. SP6, definitely worth it. You can hopefully get off Prapor on cooldown. People seem to be buying them out. But personally, the one I always use is the SPP. I just buy it on cooldown whenever I can. I don't use the Val every round. But by the time I do, I usually have an ammo case full of it. And of course, the BP, the most ridiculous round. You're only getting 5 pin, losing 7 damage, but it's about 1.2 to 1.3 thousand rubles around. I think that's insane. Even with my 15 million rubles I usually sit around, I ain't paying that kind of price, especially how fast you empty a mag. I mean, if you shoot a scav with this and accidentally shoot off 5 rounds, you're losing a lot of money real quick. So try to go with the SPP, buy it on cooldown, and if you really have to go a little cheaper, go with the SP6. So where are we going to bring this gun? My favorite is definitely Interchange. It destroys Killa. You can leg him very easily with that super low recoil. There's not many long range engagements on Interchange, especially on the inside. Outside's a little bit different story, but inside it works pretty dang good. It's almost it's got the perfect range engagements for this gun. Another good one is Customs. Not so much in the big open fields, but definitely in the dorms. Dorms is where it seems to go down a bunch, and it shreds. You just pop open a door, start lighting people up. Also, labs. I have decent luck in labs. I don't love bringing it to labs because I'm not great at labs. I usually die. But it's kind of like Interchange where you're not going to have super long engagements, so you play to the gun's strengths.
I'm full.
This way? Whoa. Oh, one more. Don't come out yet. Don't come out yet. Oh, yeah, you got him? Nice.
Dead.
Nice.
Those are players, right?
Yeah. Just to make sure that was all of them.
You dead?
Yeah. That's 3. Let's just make sure there's no more before we start losing. I touched on this briefly, but you do want to bring 4 to 5 30 round drums. I even bring 2 50 stacks of ammo on top of that, just because you go through the ammo so quick. It's only a 30 rounder, and you hate to run out when you gotta fight a 5-man. damn it.
Rip. Oh, tank. Damn it.
So the VSS is a close combat beast. Its biggest drawback is the fact that it's terrible at long range. I don't like to take it to woods. If you're going to be your group's close combat specialist, the guy that goes and flushes them out of bushes, that's fine. Just know what you're getting into. You're not going to be able to hit anything far range with this gun. Also, I don't like to take it to Shoreline. I just hate Shoreline in general. It's a very boring map in my opinion. Some people love to hit the resorts and get PvP there. You could, I guess, do really well in the resort part, but outside of that, it's not going to shine too great. The two levels below, Reserve and Factory, you can have good results. Obviously, in Factory, you'll tear it up. It's just a matter of, are you going to make your money back if you lose it, or even if you wipe the whole map? Sure, it is great for Factory. It's just you got to make the choice of, should I? Reserve is kind of a mixed bag. It is good if you can catch the scav boss in one of the levels. I prefer like an 8K or an M4, something with a little more medium range. Yeah, if you're there's a lot of shooting across the map in Reserve from building to building. And the VSS, it has trouble getting there. So I have brought it in, but I make sure that I have someone long range on my squad to cover my drawbacks, basically. Alright, I think this just about covers everything I wanted to go over with the VSS Val. You could stick around for a nice little clip I had on customs. Stay tuned to the very end for the surprise ending. If you liked what you see, maybe stop by on Twitch and see me. If not, that's cool. Thanks for your time, guys. Enjoy the clip. Ow! It's Rashal and his boys. These little fuckers up. Oh no, after all of that, I got capped by a scav.
Oh,
After all that, I got face tapped by a